Hey guys, this is Muhammad Hassan Jaffer from Tech and Entertainment. Please subscribe.
Una pregunta más cuando has comparado
This plant, it's incredibly important. It's called coca, and it mainly grows here. I'm right in the middle of it right now, right down here in southern Colombia, spending the day with the anti-narcotic police who are looking for coca plants to destroy. Coca is harvested by local farmers, shredded, soaked in chemicals, and then cooked down into a paste. This paste is sold to cartels that use a series of chemical processes to turn it into the white powder we call cocaine, which is then shipped around the globe, the biggest portion ending up in the United States. But this isn't a story about cartels or drug trafficking. It's not even a story about cocaine, really. This is a story about this leaf and the families who grow it out here deep in the jungle. It's these families who are most affected by the cocaine economy, and it's these families who are caught in the middle of Colombia's war on drugs. It's a Friday evening and I'm at a police base that's right on the cusp of Colombia's vast Amazon rainforest. This is Colombia at some of its most rural, and this region has historically been a top coca producer in the country. The intelligence unit just got done briefing us on the possible location of some fields where coca is being harvested and processed. We touch down in a couple of spots, but only find abandoned farms, no coca. But then, after a few hours, we spot it, a clearing deep in the jungle, and rows of this light green coca leaf. We land at this coca farm and find that it's run by a family. There are kids here, no guns, no resistance. Just beside their house is a shed where they've been shredding the leaves, which are now soaking in chemicals, the step before they get sold off to the cartels. And the police aren't here to arrest them, but rather destroy their operation, around 6 months of work, and very likely this family's only income prospects right now. The troops are clearly aware that they've derailed this family's year.
Miren, tenemos 2 hijos. Mi esposo se mata al sol y al agua. ¿Por qué? Para el sustento para nosotros. ¿Para qué? Para que ustedes vengan a acabar con los pocos que no consiguen. Que nos manden ayudas, que nos ayuden, no que nos acaben a todos. Vean, ¿por qué nos vamos para un pueblo? Porque no tenemos estudio. Eso es injusto. Dígale a ese gobierno que coma mierda.
Coca farms like these fuel an incredibly dangerous cocaine industry, which hurts tens of thousands of people every year. So are these coca farmers the bad guys? If not, why are we burning their shed? And if they're farmers, why don't they just grow another crop that isn't illegal, like pineapple or potato? To find this out, I needed to go back into the jungle, but not in helicopters surrounded by police, but on my own. Look at this chart. This line shows coca production over time, and look what's happened since 2013. Coca production has hit an all-time high, and the largest portion of the resulting cocaine is ending up in the United States, which is the biggest cocaine market in the world. Far away in Colombia's capital, Bogotá, the government has been trying for decades to curb this problem. Over the years, they've tried 2 main tactics for eradicating coca cultivation. The first entails flying over these fields and blanketing the whole area with this plant-killing chemical, which is the same as the Roundup chemical that you use to kill weeds in your yard. The other strategy is the one that I was a part of, sending out troops to manually destroy the crops by uprooting it or burning the sheds where the harvest is being processed. But there are some major problems with these tactics. First, spraying entire areas with this plant-killing chemical doesn't just affect the coca fields, it affects anything else it touches, killing food crops and the whole rainforest that surrounds these fields, which is some of the most biodiverse forest on Earth. The UN and the World Health Organization also found that these chemicals are potentially a cause of cancer for the residents in these areas. So in 2015, the Colombian government suspended the chemical dumping strategy. So now they're looking for new solutions. And last year they implemented something called the Crop Substitution Program, where the government is going to pay 1 million pesos per month, which is like $327, to any farmer who eradicates their coca crop on their own and starts growing a legal crop like oranges or pineapple or yucca. After a very bumpy ride, I made it to a community that used to be an epicenter for coca production. But last year they signed up for this crop substitution program. All the farmers in the community signed a pact that they would willingly transition to a legal crop.
Nosotros aquí apenas estamos empezando como a despertar del tema de la coca a lo lícito, a los proyectos productivos.
During my conversations, the farmers kept throwing math problems my way.
Que estaban pagando a 3.000, 4.000 por la bolsa. Por la llevada de una bolsita le cobran 3.000 pesos y se vende a 4.000, ¿qué le queda a uno? Y hay que comprar el empaque, más la obra de mano para arrancarla.
These farmers live and die by prices. Prices of farm supplies, prices of seeds, prices of transportation, and of course, the price that they can sell their crop for.
¿Dónde está el fertilizante? ¿Dónde está el análisis de suelo? ¿Dónde están los componentes que tiene que aplicarle?
Keep in mind that where I am is a place that is almost completely absent of any central government presence. There aren't good roads, security, reliable markets.
Teníamos 80.000 plántulas de piña y si vendimos 5.000 piñas fue mucho. El resto se perdieron y nos tocó pagar de nuestro bolsillo el transporte porque no dio ni para el transporte. Porque en ese sentido sí el gobierno ha sido muy descuidado con nosotros. A nosotros no nos han apoyado.
And so when you start to do the math of all the costs associated with growing something else, it just doesn't add up, which is why coca thrives out here.
Una carga de maíz que al pueblo se necesita el vehículo y se necesita un tiempo. Y para llevar 1 kilo de coca lo llevan en el bolsillo, en un bolso, y a pie si le tocó irse con él lo llevaron. Entonces, pues lógico que es mejor.
As this farming community tries to survive outside the cocaine economy, they're experiencing what it feels like to be just another rural community, cut off from Colombia's mainstream economies.
Había plata para coca y había plata para todo. Y los negocios pues fracasaron porque no hay coca y no hay plata.
The government might be able to pay these farmers to get rid of their coca, but without roads, markets, banks, and connections to the rest of the country, these new economies will not take root.
Y para poder trabajar con agricultura necesitamos primero vías que son súper malas.
So now think back to that family whose shed the police burned down earlier. They live an hour's helicopter ride from any town, so they don't really have other economic options beyond coca, which is really the only commodity that they can transport to a market.
Porque hicimos un acuerdo con el gobierno, lo firmamos y hemos cumplido. Hoy tenemos el miedo que el gobierno no cumpla con nosotros. El miedo es que nuestros campesinos vuelvan a reincidir a sembrar coca.
Though I did find one family that represents a success story for the crop substitution program. They mainly grow passion fruit, but they also grow corn, yucca, tomatoes, peppers, and raise animals. Oh, passion fruit juice. Incredible. They switched from coca last year after an entire lifetime of growing it, and it's gone really well for them.
La tranquilidad no solamente frente a las autoridades, sino la tranquilidad ante uno mismo.
Claro.
Y ante sus hijos.
Sí.
La tranquilidad de la conciencia.
But you'll notice that this family has a huge plot of land. Most of these farmers out here don't have that big plot of land, and they don't have the ability to cultivate so many crops to replace their coca. So as of now, all of these solutions continue to be band-aids. Dumping Roundup on these fields, manually eradicating, even the crop substitution. The only lasting solution will come when the government invests in connecting these communities to the rest of the country so that legal economies can actually take root here. That's going to take time and money. But until the government does this long, slow work, farmers will continue to find a way to participate in the only economy that pays. All right, that's it. Borders Colombia is over. Thank you for watching. I learned so much about this country reporting these videos, and I hope you did too. Everything from the border up to the hippos, and then learning about this new style of music, and I even got to go eat some fruit in Bogota, which was really fun. Next step for me is I'm gonna start looking into the next locations for Borders, so stay tuned for that. And also, I should tell you that Vox just started a membership program. For $5 a month, you can get access to a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff. I did this extended interview with this drummer that I met reporting episode 3 of Borders, and you can see that whole thing if you become a member. So you can go check that out on the YouTube channel, and thanks for watching Borders.